Hello, Aries. This is Lisa from The Right Guidance here to bring in your November 2019 reading. We will be working with 3 decks. First deck, Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue for your love life. The Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. And then for relationships and navigation of all sorts, your angels and guides will access my favorite love pack, nice and big. All right. So asking your angels and guides to step forward to bring in clear and accurate guidance for me to translate to you about your November 2019. We want you to be successful, happy, and moving in the direction of your dreams. And that is in all areas of your life. So how can I help, Aries, please? So there's a lot of navigating going on. You're really trying to figure stuff out, I guess. Okay, Aries? Let's see what the cards will say, okay? Can you guys believe we're in November already? This year is like... All right, messages from your angels. What can I receive to help Aries, please? Okay, so 4 cards there. And then romance angels, please. What relationship and romantic guidance does Aries need for November, please? How can we best help them navigate their love life? 22. Only 2. Okay. Doesn't mean a lot's not going on. All those love pack messages could have totally been romantically involved. All right. Where do you want me to start? Okay, they said start with the romance angel. So you only got 2 cards there. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Okay, they're asking you to keep an open mind. Okay, and this is not just in your romantic life. This is just in general as well. They're saying, oh no, they're not. They're saying it's about your love life. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Maybe you keep going back to the same old, maybe the same visual type of person, maybe the same background, maybe the same character, maybe they treat you the same. It's the same old Groundhog Day, same relationship, different person. They want you to change it up. They're like, listen, you got to stop being attracted to the same thing. You know, asking you to look outside your walls, okay? Look outside what your norm is, okay? Maybe the person's a different nationality. Maybe they're just visually completely different than what you expect. So maybe you're already curious about someone. Maybe, you know, they're already in your awareness and you're curious and you're like, but they're not normally my type. So there could be some of that mental banter and chatter going on. Okay, so let me see what else they're saying here. Okay. This could be both positive and negative wedding, and says the situation involves a marriage. This is not necessarily saying that your relationship is moving towards marriage, because to me that would be a completely different card. But this could mean, sorry, my son just left. My dog is barking. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Maybe someone's just left the marriage, or maybe a relationship has also just ended for some of you. Maybe some of you are coming out of all you've known for so long has been marriage, and they're asking you, like, you know, when someone new is coming around, to keep an open mind. So to not expect them to look or to feel just like how you're used to feeling in romantic relationships, or the role that you play. You know, it might not feel familiar, okay? So maybe that new commitment, maybe there's a new commitment for you, okay? That will lead you, you know, towards maybe perhaps getting married again. Maybe you're not interested in that, but, you know, a wedding is just also, you know, a hand fasting, or, you know, someone that you're choosing to be committed to, and you're choosing to invest in them by being in a commitment. So maybe, you know, that person you're keeping an open mind about, maybe you've been lightly dating them, and maybe you're thinking about, you know, maybe even moving in together or something, you know, more serious. Okay, let's do the love pack now. I'll be honest with you. I kind of felt like this was not necessarily a positive thing. Okay. And maybe they want you to change direction. Okay, so maybe the person you're with just feels familiar. There's too many familiarities about that person. Okay, so they don't want you with that person. Because I have a feeling, because that's why I was like trying to channel it in a bit more, because there's obviously so many of you watching. But in some situation, they want you to go with the unfamiliar, or where you're curious. Be curious that there's something different, okay? Because I think for some of you, this could be work too. It's not necessarily in relationships, but this is big relationship messages for some of you. You and the person you're with are trying to, square peg round hole. You're trying to make it work. And your guys are like, it's not going to work. This person, it's maybe too familiar. Maybe the person doesn't challenge you. And again, it feels like the same, or it's boring, right? So they're saying it's a problem. To stay in that situation would be a problem, okay? Or to not have expectations for things to be different would be a problem, okay? Or to commit. What the hell? A fly seriously just hit me in the face. Okay, they're saying it's a problem. Okay, let me see what is happening here. Okay, I don't normally flip the cards over, but I just wanted to see what else we can talk about. Okay, the rest of the cards are very positive. This one is expectations. The person that you're trying to make it work with, might have some serious expectations. Maybe they want that commitment. Maybe they want to move in with you. Maybe you're like, nope. you're not feeling it. Okay, so it's a possibility that there's red flags and you're not feeling it, and you feel there's a problem, and that person has too many expectations on you. Maybe you don't want anyone to have any expectations on you, but you know what? The right person, you'll move mountains for them, right? Or you'll communicate that, the person you're super curious about, or wherever you find your mind wandering to, whoever you're thinking about, that's not this person. So if you're curious about someone else, you need to maybe put an ending to that, okay? Because it's not the right relationship for you. They want you to know that happiness is on deck for you, and feeling in harmony with someone, and having just that overall feeling of you feel settled and peaceful and content and supported and loved, and you're generally happy, and maybe you're feeling so happy that you could see yourself moving in with that person and taking that next step. Maybe there's fireworks. It's the orgasm card, right? Maybe there's fireworks. Maybe, there's such an insane chemistry with that person. You both feel it. And maybe it's this person who you're like super curious about. And you're like, why am I so attracted to that person? You feel a chemistry. You feel a spark with them. So it's about, looking into that, seeing what that's about. Okay. Your last card from the love pack, and then we'll get to the messages from your angels, is about you giving of yourself, giving your heart, taking that next step, or asking that person that you're super curious out. Ask them out. Communicate your feelings. Tell them how you feel. Sharing that, right? So it's about giving of yourself. This can also mean, something that's very heartfelt for you. Maybe you're giving back to an organization. Maybe you're doing an act of kindness. So maybe there's a Christmas drive that you're drumming up. You're coming up with something, and that's, how you feel like you'd like to do a kindness or a service, giving back. Let's do the messages from your angels. Okay. Yeah, we got a couple. So there's either like two sets of you, or you're going through a few different things. Okay, Aries. So Desiree says, no, conditions are not favorable right now. They want you to wait or look into other options. Ask the angels to help guide you and comfort you. So, whatever that means to you, wherever that hit a sore spot, okay? So, maybe it's not time to commit to that person. Maybe there is something better on the horizon, or someone better. Not that you should always be thinking, is there someone better? Is the grass greener? But if you really don't feel like you're at home in that situation, and home feels like it's elsewhere, or with someone else, or physically moving elsewhere, or a new job or a new opportunity, it's like where you are is not favorable right now. Okay, so it might not even be time for you to leave the situation. Obviously, you know, at work, it might not be time to leave the situation. For those of you thinking about trying something else, don't quit your day job, is basically what they're saying. But some of you are like, listen, don't take that relationship to the next level, maybe for some of you, or don't commit or trust your gut. So if you're feeling like someone's saying, like, I have expectations to move in with you, or I want to do these things, and you're like, you know, if you feel like a really big no, then you need to assert yourself because the conditions aren't favorable for that outcome. Okay. Time out. Okay. Aquarius just got this card as well. And I would encourage you to watch your partner's video too to see what's happening in their world as well. It says, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs. They want you to stop and take care of yourself. And that means having some time alone to assess, you know, where do I want to go? What are my goals for 3 months from now, 6 months, a year? You know, do I want to change? Do I want to uproot and move my life? Do I want to physically change in some way? Do I want my relationship to change? What needs to change? And then, you know, in employment, what do I want for my personal business, or what do you want as far as goals for yourself, right? So you won't know until you actually sit in quiet contemplation, whether that's meditation. Some of you can go for a drive, and in that trance like state, you are receiving. And if you're going for a drive, whether that's alone or with someone that will shut up while you drive, you can invite your guides to say, listen, this is a great time to bring in any information. Ask your higher self to bring in any information that you need to know about your next steps. Maybe some divinely guided ideas. You can say, I allow it. I ask for it when you're deciding to meditate, because you're having the intention. Yes, I'm going to ground myself for my spiritual health, for my mental health, whatever, you know, mental health seems to be a big thing. What does your mental health need? Okay, then go do that. Some of you might need to work out. Some of you might need to go for a run. Do what you got to do. Okay. Shanti. He says, I'm the angel of peace, and I bring you a new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So if you are, you know, leaving a situation, leaving a relationship, leaving a job, you know, whatever it is, or whatever you're contemplating, wherever you're headed, there's a smoother road. There's a more tranquil life. It'll be easier for you. Okay. Patience is your last card. Now's the time to learn, study, and gather information, asking you to enjoy being a student, because in the future, you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So you're learning and gathering new information, okay, Aries? So what do you need to learn? What new skills do you need to perhaps practice? Do you need to ask people to practice? Do you need an audience? Do you need to, you know, reach out to a teacher? Do you need to reach out to a mentor? Who do you need to reach out to in the month of November? Be patient with yourself. It's not time, because remember, the other card, Desiree, was saying the conditions aren't favorable. So don't start something new. Again, it's retrograde. Don't start anything new in retrograde. I think we go till November 20th, and we have the shadow period. Retrograde is my Mercury. It's my ruler, being a Virgo. But they're just saying, like, this is not the time to start anything new. So just gather, take in knowledge, information, read a book, practice your skills, and then after retrograde, perhaps even the beginning of December, we'll launch. But I will be doing a mid-month November reading, and we can perhaps see, you know, what's coming up for you then. Okay, Aries, I would love any and all feedback. You can give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a message, or email me one at therightguidance@gmail.com. Leave me a message on Facebook or text it to me, whatever you like. All the best to you. Ciao.